What's going on, everybody? It's your boy the Loaf King, and welcome back to the Lunchbox. We are continuing in Tales of Arise. I actually will be making this part that should be uploaded very short because I have something else I need to record in a certain time limit. So without further ado, let's just hop into it.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Eldorman and Sea Guard. So in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
Motives.
What was Kelzalik even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renin than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense, enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renin hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Danans and Renins wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shion!
No, she is absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
If I showed these parts already, I'll be sure to go ahead and skip them, so don't worry about extra time being lost.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that. It'll be a breeze.
Go.
Get in, get out.
Take this!
Severing wind! You're mine!
If they rush
I like this combo that I have set up.
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Sword Rain Alpha! You're finished! Here I come! You're finished!
I'm just getting... Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
We should fight.
Go no further!
You're mine!
At least some of these.
This one's mine!
Wind! Swallow dance! You're mine!
That was swallow dance? Didn't seem like a swallow-like attack, in my opinion.
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Far enough!
Dang, who's shooting the icicles like that?
Don't get complacent.
That was worth it. Got some red jasmine out of it.
Go no further!
Win! Here I go! Strike!
Cover the caster!
Lunarongo!
Lightning
Rising
control!
Falcon! Damn it!
Into the shadows!
Here I come! It's over!
Gemini
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Battle has turned. That's the power of comrades in arms.
Do it! Comrades in arms!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I like how I cross comboed that too.
The heavens must be smiling.
A fish!
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
We can finally fish now. Summary: various fishing points are scattered around Dana, which contain different species of fish to catch. These fish can be used in cooking, sold for gold, or even unlock new titles, so don't hesitate to try new fishing holes when you find them. Fishing steps. Fishing consists of 4 steps: casting a line, luring fish, hooking them, and reeling them in. For more information about these steps, consult the fish controls topic. That's bad quiet.
There's a nice breeze here. All right, once more from the top. Reel it in.
Oh,
You've got to know when to quit.
okay. Fishing is a little odd in this.
I've got something.
Got it. Purple fish.
She's got a good size to her, all
Oh,
told.
it's a carp.
That fish put up a
No,
fight.
bass.
Good catch.
Okay.
Oh, we've got a lively one.
What's this one? Another
Well,
bass?
that wasn't much of a challenge.
That went pretty well.
Let's try one more time. And then we'll quit.
I've got something. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Nice work!
Alright. We only getting bass right now. But fishing is
And that's all
understood.
there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
Hey, you look like you know your way with a rod. I've been fishing for a long time and have built up a good collection of equipment for it. I'll share it with you if you're interested. I just want one thing in exchange. All I ask is for you to show me records of any fish you catch. The more you catch, the more equipment I'll hook you up with. If you need anything, I'm always here. Don't be afraid to come up and talk to me. Fishing expert. Bells Rod Beginner Popper. An invitation to fish. Kisara, right? Yep. Skilled angler. I knew it. Speeds up rate of AG recovery. Ingenious discharge. Or is that... Yeah, that's not ingenious. That's ignis discharge. Attack that strikes the ground and sends rocks flying. What does she currently have? She has all this. I actually don't think she has any other abilities right now. Well, Crescent Moon seems like it's probably better. KO Prevention allows you to endure an enemy attack with 1 HP remaining when taking an attack that would otherwise KO you. I'm gonna say that Crescent Moon's worth it. Screw it. Let's go remove. I'd like to know more about lures. How do I find fish? You don't have actual stuff for me. Gotcha. You're a lifesaver. Now I can get back to my miss. Sorry, forgot I spoke. Carry on, don't mind me.
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
Okay.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it.
Instead of buying healing stuff, let's take a look real quick at forging weapons. Alright, a Rulium longsword. Gotta say, don't really care too much for it, but I would buy it if I could make it. Refined Gale Wing. This is how Gale Wing looked before. This is refined Gale Wing. I actually can see the difference. I appreciate that. A little more greener tone. Refined Ground Fang. What's Ground Fang look like before? Yeah. It's visible. It's very much visible. If anything, you can see it in the color for sure. But can't make any of these because I need Raging Storm Beak. And I need Windswept Mane. And I need a hard spherical shell for this one. All this stuff, it's not necessarily difficult to make if I can just get the materials. I would personally kind of want to get the refined Ground Fang. More than the Gale Wing. I realize though that above all else, this would be the better one to get. It's natural too. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, let's look at the other ones. Alright, so you've had Innocent Lily for so long. I'm so sorry. Well, actually, no, I just got you Innocent Lily. Never mind, I'm wrong. Refined Grouper Flood. That's Grouper Flood. This is Grouper Flood. Okay. Refined Blackthorn. Refined Ignis Roar. All elements. once again, best one is the top one. No surprise. It's a fire art one. I love how the black thorn looks though, not gonna lie. You can't make any of these though. We need a demi-human muscle, a lizard fin, and a dragon flame sack. Crazy. Nature's Beauty, second end. Taming Water, second end. Arts of the Cosmos. That's a whole entire new book. Tempest Stone and Lizard Fin required for one of each. I'd probably just aim for Arts of the Cosmos though. That requires an astral crystal to make. Wing Gods. I would try and get you this because it's my favorite looking gauntlets I've seen so far for you. Refined Flaming Knights. Refined Crystal Knuckles. We all come back to the Crystal Knuckles, huh? Crystal Knuckles look pretty dope too. I wouldn't mind getting him that. Alright, you guys. So the Pentrum Pole. Then you have the Tenbris Staff and Columia Lato. Damn, we can't get any for them. Let's see. She right now can get some of this stuff though. So let's go ahead and get them while we can. Feather Shield, Flashbang Shield, Refined Rock Wall. Shit looks wild. It truly does. Feline Bassin. That actually looks kind of dope. But I'm feeling the Flashbang Shield, the Feather Shield, and the Feline Bassin. Rock Shield just kind of just looks real ugly, not gonna lie. What currently does everyone even have, though?
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Alright, so you have flame. This doesn't have an element to it, apparently. You have wind, fire, flame, wind, flame. And you can have rock. Oh, you have a couple of options actually. Infantry, shield, old guard shield. Huh. That must be from the DLC. Rock shield. Feather shield. Rock would be just a nice different element to have. Maybe we can rock with the rock shield for the time being. We can do it as the rock shield, right? But we can at least go to outfits and change how the weapon looks for now. Yeah, the weapon skin. Let's go ahead and go with a feathered shield. I'm cool with that.
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
All right. First campsite rest.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, Law?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
God. I heard about the SAO collaboration pack. I know it's separate from the game, but I kind of want to lead away from doing it. Just for a bit. Oh, the stuff you can cook though. Get an XP boost. Meal effect. Blah 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 roar. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the XP boost. I think that would be really good for us. So let's do the lettuce wrapped fish. Ah, we can't. We don't have sea brim. Shit. Alright, cheese fondue it is. Melted cheese by coating the cheese in flour and boiling it in white wine. Most anything can be dipped inside of this, added for literal cheesiness.
All done. Come and eat.
You okay, Shion? You're not eating very much.
What's wrong? Do you not like the cheese fondue that you made?
Yeah, I'm used to seeing you more excited about food.
You're not feeling sick, are you?
No, I'm fine. It's nothing like that. It's just...
What?
I guess I just don't understand what the appeal is. We could just as easily put everything on a plate and pour the cheese on top of it instead.
I suppose it lies in being able to decide exactly how much cheese you want. There's also something to be said for enjoying how it all turns out. It's fun.
That's fine and all, but I wish the plate-to-mouth time was shorter.
I think I understand. You don't like having to put in so much effort into eating something, do you?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Actually, now that I think about it, you're a way less fussy eater than you look, Shion.
In my book, there's no one right way to eat a meal. Tuck in, take your time, be dainty or devouring. As long as you enjoy the food, that's what counts.
There's no need to stand on ceremony while we're out camping in the wilderness.
Yeah, you're right. In that case, don't mind if I do.
I've never seen someone dump that much cheese on a meal before.
I can't. Oh my god. All right. Let's speak to Kisara first. We can always talk to Law after.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Are we doing? We got like a little. I can go a little bit further, which is crazy, I know, to hear me say that. But oh, we can raise new animals. Yes, we can. Horse. Really, it's just horse. Well, let's go ahead and do horse. I think that combination works. Actually put the cat back. They have accessories. I didn't even check that. Yes, they do. Do you have any armor? You don't. I don't think there's any armor I can buy you anyway. Oh no. Did not mean to do that.
I can't eat anymore.
No.
I'll see you again tomorrow. I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving.
I just wanted to check about armor. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Just had to double check.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I've got a really bad feeling about this. I never miss.
Here I come! Severing wind!
I'm not so good with airborne targeting.
I'm like bait to them.
Yeah.
Tia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done. Do it! Kitara, frozen! Hammer!
I'm always so dumb when I watch her do that shit. So freaking wild to me.
It's over! Rising
You're most comfortable at a range, aren't you?
I'm not really built for close quarters combat.
Nor am I. Don't worry. I'll help you keep
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
That shit is wild too, the burn strike.
This should... I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danon slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
Inhibitor crystal. I think that's one of the things I needed.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danon, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danons in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danons in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
This is a pain. Why can't this Zoogle stand still? Perhaps it's time I deploy my secret weapon. I'll stop it right where it stands. Alright. Dolan's boost attack rolls vines from the ground to ensnare enemies and strike them. Effective on fleet-footed enemies. This nullifies their evasive abilities and downs them.
There's nowhere to run from my art. When he slows down, that's our chance. It's over. How about this? Eternal Root, take this.
Nice.
You're mine.
New move.
Let's get you
Someone win.
Let's freaking dump it!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Oh, did I not time it right?
Take this. Take this. It's over. Try harder.
Can't get out of this!
Or do you want me to try it on the other one? Oh, he does.
In a vine?
Gotcha. Okay. When fast enemies like wolves or monkeys appear, send Dohalim. His boost attack will nullify their evasive abilities and keep them from dodging attacks.
It's over.
Glimmer flash! This'll come in handy.
Here I come.
Hear my
You're
call.
finished.
Someone win! Freeze laser!
All sword line here and now.
Glimmer flash!
Blending splash.
Shouldn't have messed with me.
Here I come. You're finished.
Burning strike! Glacial spear! Here now! Dolan! This one's got your name on it!
That was dope too.
Lightning orb!
I like how he just practically glid with it.
Lightning reflexes!
The shot that Xion did.
Rippin'! I'm just getting started.
Win. You're mine.
Watson!
Rising Falcon.
Dance in the wind!
Stardust.
In here! Glacial, do it!
Rising Falcon.
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
Crocodile Crusher. Ages ago, this worn-down hammer was used to beat back crocodiles. Those skilled enough to dual wield with it were lauded as champions. Okay. Diletiante. Artifacts confer special effects simply by having them, some which serve as bonuses, which can be enjoyed after clearing the game. Bonuses that can be enjoyed after clearing the game. You can toggle each of these effects on and off from the artifacts effects. You can now set 6 additional arts. Press triangle on the art screen to switch between panels, and the arts that are set to the second panel can be executed with L2. Nice. Treasure Hunter. I like that a lot.
There's history in the air.
I've been
here.
wanting to be able to do
I
more
can
moves.
smell it.
I don't smell anything.
Don't encourage him.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
All right, we'll fight these things, and then I sadly will have to stop.
We have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
I'll have my abilities chosen out in the next video.
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours. Dragon Swarm.
If it's in the sky,
It's over.
come on. You got nothing.
You're mine.
Here goes.
Luna Rondo.
Here's a healer.
Sword Rain Alpha. Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno.
Here's a healing arc.
Glimmer Dragon. You're finished.
Water, hear my call.
You're finished. It's time.
Glacial spear. Here's the eagle.
Rising Falcon.
Here we go. Do it. Shield. Astral energy. Full throttle.
It's both of them.
I can feel my power growing.
All right, cool. Raging Storm Beak. I think that's actually one of the pieces I needed to make what I need to make. But yeah, sorry that this ends up being so short. We'll definitely do more of this in the next part that comes up. But for now, this is going to be a short one, sadly. Until then, this is the Love King of the Lunchbox. And if you didn't know, you should definitely always stay lunching. Catch y'all later. Peace.